Oh, holy shit. Alright, this is episode 3 of Volganos Translations, and I am exhausted. I have been playing Monster Hunter like all week, like non-stop, like it's my job, at least 8 hours a day, and it's been crazy. Before you say anything, well, it's pretty sad. There's really no way around it. Okay, I didn't have anything to do. I'm on spring break this past week, doing my master's in chemistry, and we were on spring break. I didn't have anything to do, like literally, like nothing that would have been super productive. So I decided to play Monster Hunter because that's extremely productive. Why not? I'm saving the town or something, I think, right? Building up stuff. Yeah, there's a story in there. Doing things. I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter this week, and I've got some thoughts. Some good, some bad, but I have some thoughts. So just to give you an idea of where I'm at now. Start of the week, I think like HR 3. Now I'm HR 6, so I doubled that, which is a whole insane feat by itself, and I'll get into that in a little while, but it's fucking a mess. The village quests, I went from I think it was at 5-star at the start of the week, which is about Monday, and now I'm at 9-star. I just got to there this morning. So I've been doing work in the village, and when I say that, I mean 5-star and 9-star. I didn't do just like the key quests, or like everything's done. Like up to where I'm at, I have done everything in the village quests, and I'm just waiting for the next key quest to unlock. Or we'll probably be working on some armor and weapons since I unlocked a bunch of new monsters and stuff with parts that I need to upgrade that stuff. So that's really exciting. Still a lot to do there. My armor that I have right now is the Tetsukabra S. I made that like last Saturday or something like that, maybe before that. Just like the first high rank set I could make. As soon as I got to the village, I just farmed it out, and it's really good. Like high rank set, to be honest, it's got defense plus 20, defense medium, whatever that is, might be plus 20, I don't know, health plus 20, and speed sharpen, and you sock it out the negative gathering and you're good. I also, you don't have many charms or many slots on there to put anything in, but I have a few charms right now, just like cold negate, so whatever. I also got a water attack plus 12 charm today with 2 slots, so I upgraded to water attack plus 2, which is pretty badass for some of my duels because just sends my water attack through the roof. So Black Tiger X I downed this morning in like 7 minutes, something insanely fast, because it was just so much better, especially with blue sharpness, which is where I'm at right now. Haven't gotten to white yet. We're getting there. We'll make it happen. So my weapon breakdown, I got 10 duels made, at least their paths in line, which is pretty much everything I have access to, except for the thinking sector weapons, the Melyx ones. I have an element of each, basically. Pretty much, an element of everything now. So there's 10 duels, and that includes the worn duels, which I haven't been able to upgrade at all. But they're there, I got them. I have 1 charge blade, it's the Rathian charge blade, so it's got fire, I needed that. I have 1 lance, it's a water lance, it's really good, it's the Ketcha one, still upgrading that, obviously everything I'm still upgrading. I have 1 great sword, the Tiger X one, because I wanted it just for 1 quest to try it out. 1 sword and shield, a sleep one, the Nursilla, upgraded that a few times. It's, really useful, especially when hunting in a group. And I made 3 hammers, I love my hammers, so that's, I love my duels more, but my hammers are still really fun. So I made a few of those. As far as rust and worn weapons, I have actually quite a few. I'm surprised I have this many. I have the rust and the worn lance, so lance is done unless I want to, go make multiples of each path or whatever, which I probably will want to do. But not right away, obviously. G rank for all that shit. I got the worn greatsword, the worn longsword, and like I said, the worn dual blades. So actually got quite a few. Comparatively, really, for your statistical chance, probability, and all that, and that I'm going to start working on. And a lot of people always, they kind of wonder, back in the day, there was only one path, you just put in earth crystals and maybe some other materials, and you came up with a really badass weapon you could get really early in the game. Like, I remember Monster Hunter 1, I had the rusted hammer, and ended up with, breath core by, HR 10, just because pretty much almost all the the materials it took, if not all the materials it took, was just earth crystal to upgrade, which was phenomenal because it was an insanely strong hammer, and I'm running around there in like fucking Velociprey armor, like not understanding what the fuck's going on, but still managing to hold my own. It was badass. But they changed things now. You have multiple paths for each of the rust and worn weapons. For the most part, I think there's like a few exceptions. But so pretty much you can go to either a dragon element weapon or like a, elder dragon element weapon. So that usually is something like fire or ice. I don't think there's really many other options. Could be wrong. But for instance, the worn dual blades upgrade to like a 210 attack and like 520 dragon, which is just insane, and it max out with like white sharpness. I mean, it's just a huge amount of element. But the alternative is like 420 ice, the other path, 420 ice and like 200 some blast or blast blight with like purple sharpness and like 400 some attack, which is also just fucking insane. So like if you pick one, it's kind of a win-win either way, but to me there's sort of like a better one, because sure, I could go with the the really high elemental duels, but I don't really get a lot of damage there for raw, and the sharpness isn't as good, and it might be negative affinity or something, and they look probably a lot cooler, but I'm going to go with the other ones because those have an element and an ailment and better sharpness, better attack. It seems to be a little better all around, might have slots, whatever. If you ever get like a rusted or a worn weapon of any sort, and it says that in the name, I'm not talking about the fucking battered shit that you got on the goddamn expeditions. I'm saying the worn or rusted weapons. It says it right in the name. They suck at the very start and they're rare, but they're really good in the end, like rare 5 from the start. I recommend going like the Elder Dragon path, like the Element path, not the Dragon one. Usually it works out better. Again, just look at the path and see what you want, what it ends up as. So I got quite a few of those to work on, and I really want to get to, I could actually start building them up if I could unlock fucking Kushala Daora and Teastra in the village, which I'm past that point. They unlock at 6-star, but you have to be HR 7 in the guild to unlock that, which is G rank, which I guess kind of makes sense to me, because you're probably not going to want to fight Elder Dragons unless you have really good armor. To have the best armor, you probably need to be at least G rank in the guild hall. I guess it makes a little bit of sense, but at the same time, it's like if you put in a 6-star village quest, which is like the very base, very first introduction to high rank, you could probably get past it a little bit. Maybe help me unlock it if I get to like 8-star in the village, 9-star in the village like I just got. Maybe you can automatically unlock those things for me. That'd be fantastic. Or have it do some sort of requirement, because right now the guild hall kind of sucks. And I will get to that in a minute. Fusroda. So, also just beat Seregios this morning, which is how I got to 9-star, of course, in the village. Also, there's 10-star and some extra advanced quests, whatever. So if you guys are wondering what the ending value is, it's 10-star. I'm almost there. Probably gonna sit at 9-star for a little while, just build up a lot of stuff, because like I said, I unlocked a bunch of new monsters. With that comes a bunch of armor upgrades, mostly a bunch of weapon upgrades. I'm still sort of dabbling in high rank, but it just beat Seregios, and the cutscenes with him are really cool. They made him be out really fierce. I like the way his scales move. He seems sort of like a Velociraptor type thing, not like a Velociprey, like a Velociraptor. Very different, not related to Monster Hunter, just sort of a prehistoric dinosaur thing, animal that flies. Can you imagine that fucking Velociraptor flying? Oh dear God. That's basically what it was. At least that's what I thought what it was. And I know that in G rank, and when he's frenzied, he's obviously going to be much tougher, but he was sort of a pushover in the village. Like, I upgraded my Tetsukabra armor for him specifically. I'm like, oh, this shit's about to go down. I gotta upgrade my armor. I haven't upgraded this shit at all. I'm sitting at the base defense for Tetsukabra S, which is like the first fucking armor you can make when you get to high rank. And I just haven't found any other armor I like, in case you're wondering why I use it. And I haven't needed it, because most of the monsters are pretty easy to fight, and you just dodge and get out of the way, and you don't need the extra defense, whatever. I like the speed sharpen. That's helpful. Need some better skills, though, so that's why I'm going for something else. We'll get to that in a minute, too. But so I upgraded my armor just for him 3 times, nothing major. Did upgrade my defense quite a bit, which was surprising. But still, I thought I was a little lower than what I should have been. So I went in there with like max potions and traps and ancient potions. I went in there with flash bombs. I went in there with everything. Put all the fucking stops. And he does this big tail swipe flying claw thing to me right away. And took like, I don't know, maybe a third of my health, which is substantial, sure, but like, that was it. Like, okay, lovely. That's his biggest attack, then I'm not really in a whole lot of danger. And I mean, he wasn't enraged, but still, you know, it wasn't as bad as I thought. So I was fighting him. He's kind of fun to fight. He's a little something different. You know, he flies a lot like Rathalos, but he doesn't fly like Rathalos so much where he's like really high up in the air. Like, you can still hit him even with dual swords when he's flying, for the most part, obviously. And of course, you fight him in one of the area 5 or 10. I think it's area 10 in the desert the first time you see him. And so there's a bunch of ledges you can climb up there. And so of course, I went for the subquest, you know, topple one of your mount or whatever. But really, yeah, he just didn't seem like too much of a threat for me. Obviously, he'll get tougher when I go on, but I got his rarest item, whatever it's called, from him, like his plate or whatever from his tail. Yeah, I cut the tail and broke everything, and killed him in like, I think it was like 15 minutes, which isn't too bad. But yeah, it was just sort of a little disappointment. What isn't a disappointment, though, are his weapons that he makes, which is, it's interesting. At first, I was kind of against it. Once I read it, and I was like, oh, what the fuck's this guy get special treatment? I was like, okay, well, they've sort of given every monster special treatment. Like, they've always had some, like, flagship monster in the past that they've given special treatment to for weapons or armor and stuff. So I'm like, you know what, whatever. It's just a part of it. You know, you're going to utilize it when you utilize it when it fits, and when you don't, it doesn't fit. You don't use it. So the weapons are cool. They have, you look at them, and they have really high attack and really high sharpness. But the thing with the sharpness is that they're all very small amounts. Like, you make them from scratch. The white sharpness is just like tiny. The blue sharpness is really tiny. Green's really tiny, and red's fucking huge. You know. And I was like, okay. But then the Armorsmith, the man, creative name and very stereotypical, tells you that these weapons, when you use them, obviously they wear down sharpness, right? Like, you know, every other weapon. But when you evade, it restores 1 point of sharpness. So let's say you hit a monster 10 times, or whatever times, and your sharpness goes down, right? From like white to blue. So if you evade 10 times, then you go back up to white. So every time you evade replaces 1 hit. So for weapons like dual swords, which I love, pretty much useless. Yeah, kind of fucked on that one. I'm a little upset about that. Wish they gave it something else. Maybe like every time you evade, you get more demon gauge back. That would be a twist on things, and it'd be very welcome. But yeah, so kind of pointless because dual swords hit like, you know, 100 times a minute minimum. You can't evade that much. You're not going to want to evade that much. But something like hammer or greatsword, when you're hitting like, if I'm fighting a Rathian with a hammer and I hit it 3 times, I'm probably going to have to roll 3 times anyway to get out of the way of its next attack. And also my sharpness is back up to max, which is just fantastic. So some of the weapons it works amazingly well on, and some it obviously doesn't. You know, Insect Glaive, some of the faster ones maybe not. Gun Lance probably works pretty well. You know, you get the feel for it. Longsword, probably not. And then the bowgun, apparently you reload 1 shell of whatever you have loaded. So if you have like 5 pierce-ass shots, right, and you shoot one and then you dodge, it'll reload right then and there, which is really neat. Like, it's fantastic for that too, especially if you have really long reloading time. Like, oh my god, if you had like reloading -3 but you use that weapon, oh, who cares about the reload? You just go ahead and do it. So light bowgun would be fantastic because it has that really quick agile dodge. You can dodge like twice, 3 times in a row, something like that. So you can reload like your whole thing. Heavy bowgun, useful. You're getting out of the way a lot, but it doesn't have the quick dodge thing that the light bowgun has. So maybe not quite as useful, depending on what the weapon has. I didn't look at what shots it can fire, of course, but it is what it is. And I'm not sure how bow works. I got to look into that one a little bit. But I would imagine, I looked at the stats on it, and it's like insanely high attack, and it has power, so hell yeah. Power shots and high attack, bow, I mean, instant win, I think. I mean, it could not be a win. I don't know. I got to look into it. But definitely Seregios weapons. Probably going to make probably a few of them. Great sword and hammer for sure, just since they're so slow. Probably the bowgun, maybe the bow as well. Of course, I'll have to upgrade when I get to G rank, and that'll be a whole pain in the ass by itself. So let's get into that, because I really want to talk about this. So I'm out of patience, like a lot of Like, I have a lot of patience, but not anymore with Monster Hunter. Because this whole week I've been playing, online morning, afternoon, night, when trying to hunt with others to try and raise my hunter rank, right? And it's just not happening. Like, I don't understand what's wrong with you fucking people. Okay? I make a room, right? 4 people to a room, okay? Not many. You can handle it pretty well. You can talk to one another. It's got a little chat thing in there. We don't have voice chat, but whatever, we can still communicate. 4 people to a room. I post a quest, like, okay, first one in here, obviously, because I made it. We'll do this quest. We'll get it started, right? I'll wait for some people to show up. It's a requirement to get to HR 5, whatever. I'm sure other people are going to want to do this. So, sure enough, a few of them come in. 2 people. And we got this quest posted up. I'm like, okay. We might wait for one more just because you guys came really quick. Go ahead and eat. We're going to wait like a minute, see if we can get a 4th in here. Just whatever. Because all the time in any Monster Hunter game, you start a quest and someone else comes in the room and you're like, damn it. Oh well. And they're like, damn it. Oh well. So I waited. Sure enough, a guy comes in. We got the quest all loaded up. 2 of them are dinging. They're ready, prepped to go. This dude runs up here and he's like, post a quest. He's like, can we do this? And I was like, well, no. We have a quest posted, but we can do that after, because in my room we take turns. We all take turns posting quests. And he's like, no, it's either this or I leave. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if you leave or stay. Like, we were going to go without you. What the hell you think you are, coming into my room that I set up with a quest already ready, trying to do your busted ass quest because you need some fucking brachiodos thing that you can't do on your own in the offline. I'm sorry, maybe you should go to the village and handle the shit yourself. After all, it is still low rank. I don't understand. And that happened not once, not twice, but like at least 7 times. 7 times I counted it. It happened more than that. When someone comes in, we have a whole thing established, set up. I got my room going, and sure enough, it was my turn to make a quest. All right, did my quest. Next person that joined in, their turn to do a quest. All right, their quest. Now this dude, the 3rd dude, right? He's been waiting. He helped us. I was proud of him. He helped us. And it was his turn to do the quest. And he was like, all right, I want to do this one. And I was like, okay, Gravios. That's cool. We'll do Black Grav for you. It's, get that out of the way. And then some other dude comes in, and he posts the same damn quest. I'm like, okay, you just came in like 5 seconds ago, and you post a quest. And he's like, I want to do this. I'm like, okay, well, we're doing this guy's quest first. You can do yours after. Since you just came in, you'll be our 4th, and we'll start the rotation. It'll be nice and easy to remember. And he was like, no. We do this, or I'm not helping. I'm like, okay. So I kicked the shit out of him. Kicked him right out of the room. Like, what the hell? Like, granted, yes, Black Gravios was the HR6 urgent. And yes, I did end up helping 7 people do it in one afternoon before someone actually decided to stick around long enough to help me. Because that's the other thing. You fucking help someone. Sure enough, that 3rd guy, by the way, you help them, you complete their quest for them. Even though they stuck around before, they're like, nah, see ya. All right, I'm going to go do my own thing. It's like, what, you going to find another room and just do whatever the fuck you want? How about you wait 2 quests, get shit you already need from other people's quests, and then you do your own specific what you want? I don't understand it. What was with you people? Back in, Unite days when we were playing on Excellent Kai and Ad Hoc Party, way before that even, especially on Monster Hunter 1, like, you go into a room, people are doing a quest, you join up in that quest, and you wait your goddamn turn, alright? Never mind the fact that any quest that you can do with someone else, you're probably going to need parts of that monster anyway. There's a shit ton of armor and weapons to make. Who's going to come in there and be like, no. I don't want to do Rathlos. No. I don't need any of his parts. The hell you don't? There's an awesome longsword, duels, hammer, gun lance. There's everything you can make. There's a badass bow you can make with Rathlos parts. I bet you don't have all those even though you're sitting there HR 5. How about you start something new? Maybe you can make some armor. Maybe you could trade some of those Rathlos parts for other parts at the fucking Wyporium. No. You need everything you can get in this game. So why not help other people and then they stick around long enough to help you? I don't know. It was a pain in the ass. I literally spent 2 days trying to get one quest done to get to HR 6. The only reason I wanted to get to HR 6 was because it unlocked stuff in the village, right? And unlocked other quests for me to fight. Different monsters that I needed to upgrade parts for. And I just could not get it done. Anytime I go into a room, wait my turn, like, okay, there's 2 other people in here. He's got a quest posted. And this guy posted a quest after that. I'm like, all right, now. I was like, asking, hey, can we do mine? He's like, no, I want to do this real quick. I was like, okay, you have a weapon upgrade? He's like, yeah, I can upgrade a weapon, water weapon for Graf. And I was like, okay, we'll do it. That's cool. Better weapon, easier quest. I could use the parts anyway, And so we beat the quest, and he's like, okay, gotta go. I'm like, What do you mean gotta go? I damn near guarantee you don't have to go. You gotta go to some other fucking room and drop me off so you don't have to do my shit. It's fucking bullshit. Anyway, moral of this whole rant is that if you make a room, just take turns. You need everything you can get. Fucking start it. This is what I say every time. You post the first quest, and everyone that joins in order after that gets to post their quest in order. So, person A joins first, person B joins second, person C joins third. So it goes A, B, C, and then back to you, and then A, B, C, and then back to you. It's so easy, it's stupid. And maybe that's why you all aren't getting it. You're all fucking stupid. Whatever. Anyway, luckily I have enough friends on here. I'm finally getting them up to HR 5 and 6 and stuff. We can start farming things. And I don't have to play with you fucking dickweeds again. And for those who actually do that in the online guild halls, and by do that I mean share and, play like you're supposed to be playing cooperatively, I applaud you deeply and I regret for calling you dickweeds. Everyone else, you are still dickweeds. Another thing, for why I'm out of patience, the expeditions are bullshit in my mind. I understand that some people like them. It is a free hunt and of sorts. There's very little pressure. Good way to get, different materials and whatnot. I guess, yes, sure, fine. Have your expeditions for those, those reasons. They're where better chance to get rust weapons, whatever, or to get Cathangia seeds or Cathangia plant to further multiply your non-existent farm, which is still also a load of crap. But I needed on Monday Velociprey parts, right? Just regular run-of-the-mill, literally the first enemy I ever killed in Monster Hunter career, Velociprey parts. 2 hides. You know how long it took me to get those 2 hides? 3 hours. 3 hours of running different expeditions to find Velociprey, right? I had to cycle so many times to find a Velocidrome because apparently he's not in the full game. He's only in the expeditions when I was guaranteed to find Velociprey that they actually showed up. It took me forever to find these fucking Velociprey. Same thing with Kutku. I had to farm multiple different expeditions, cycling constantly, before I finally got a Kutku quest I could repeatedly do. Also, once I finally got that quest, it was high enough to where I needed low rank parts, and within 2 repeated completions of the quest in the guild hall, it bumped up to high rank, and I could no longer get the low rank parts that I needed as easily. Yes, they're still possible. Yes, they're a very, very slim chance. Why? I don't understand that. If you're going to put a fucking monster in the game, why not make him accessible? Like, I need, 4 Kutku ears. Okay, that's a kind of a rare item. You're going to have to do it multiple times. Why make it so hard to get that it's daunting? You don't want to do it anymore. It turns you away from it. That's fucking messing with the system. You don't mess with Monster Hunter's system. All right? In the past, it's always been, need this part. All right, great. Gonna go find that monster. Gonna have a certain percent chance of getting that part. Why the hell would you fuck with that? All of a sudden you start throwing this RNG Jesus shit. Okay, do this, different quests. Eventually an expedition might pop up where you might face this monster, but he might flee randomly. So you got to kill him really quick, and even then you don't really get rewards for it, and even then it might not pop up again, so you can't really repeat it. So good luck. It's like, okay, that's why I liked Monster Hunter. There was no random number generator. There was nothing like that to dictate what armor I made. Talismans aside, that I'm still kind of upset about that, but that was the whole point of this. That was why I didn't like Destiny, was that in Destiny, I wanted this specific legend or exotic weapon, right? Well, okay, random number generator says you're not going to get that weapon like ever, and I know that because I've been trying to get Galahorn for like 4 months. But with Monster Hunter, it's like, okay, you need a Rathian Ruby. All right, cool. Well, you know what monster to fight. You know how to fight Rathian. Okay, well, you have a 2% chance to carve from the tail or 4% chance with capture. So if you do both those, you have a 6% chance of getting that. Well, statistically speaking, so many different attempts of that, you're pretty much bound to get a Rathian Ruby eventually, right? And even if you don't get one after like 5, 10, 50 repetitions, as I found with the Genogo gem back in Portable Third, which was still kind of bullshit, at least you know why. It's such a small percent chance. It's not that you don't have a chance to get it. It's not that it's just throwing random things at you. It's like, okay, you're doing the exact thing you need to do. It's just such a low percent chance. It's that rare that you're not getting it right away. You just need to keep at it, and eventually you will get it, which I always have done in everything. Why would you fuck with that? It was so difficult for me to get my fucking Velociprey and Cuckoo parts. And then I was also trying to get a Ruby Basarios to drop because I need Ruby Basarios parts for like 2 wings, like nothing, 2 wings for one of my low rank weapons. A low rank weapon, remember that. Until I got to HR6 and find out that all the, the 6 expeditions I did where I tried to unlock Ruby Basarios via killing Nursilla or some other monsters to show up in a guild quest, I couldn't actually get Ruby Basarios until I got to HR6. What the hell? If I can't get to HR6, if they only unlock at HR6, why the hell is it a low rank weapon upgrade? That don't make no sense to me. So, whatever. The expeditions with the monsters, that completely bewilders me. I don't understand that. The other thing that messes with me in that is the armor you get during the expeditions. Who the hell wants to use that? You get random ass armor that, oh, okay, well, sure enough. Okay, blanket, disclaimer right here. Sure, probably when you get to G rank, there's some really good stuff. Weapons, armor, whatever. But armor? Because the ones that I've been getting don't have any skills. And if they do, they have unremovable socketed pieces that give you, like, gathering +1. Who the hell wants that? What does that do for me? Alright, I have an armor set that I can't throw any sockets into. Its stats are all over the wall. Its defense might be a little better, sure, but okay, I make armor for the skills, not for the defense, and, well, sometimes I make them for the resistances, but really not for the defense. So if I have, fucking Hermitar Male Z, whatever, and I want to throw it in with this other set that I have, and I need this whatever. Why would I need the armor from the expedition? I can't control what stats drop from that unless I get like they give me an armor piece that's like artisan or handicraft +10, which I seriously doubt. I'm not going to use that armor. No way in hell am I going to use that armor. So just stop giving it to me. Take it out. The weapons and the expeditions, I kind of understand. Sure. You throw RNG into the mix, and later in G rank, you might get a chance of getting like an insanely good Bone Lance Plus with like purple sharpness, taking up half the bar, 95% affinity, and for some odd reason, like 629 dragon, and a base attack of 1001. I mean, obviously those stats are ridiculous, but that's the whole point of it, right? Eventually, you might get a randomly, really insanely good weapon. Again, randomly from one of these expeditions. Now that kind of pisses me off, not because, sure, finding an awesome weapon, I guess that's fun, but that's, what does that say about the other weapons? You made, a really good, you made the Black Fatalis Lance, right? True Black Dragon Spear. It's an insanely good weapon. Everyone loves it, right? Every game, everyone loves it. And then all of a sudden, someone else goes on an expedition and gets the same weapon somehow, whatever, I don't know. But it's better. It's like, okay, so all the time and hard work I put into getting this True Black Dragon Spear, which requires usually like a shit ton of rare, very, very rare Fatalis parts, which is already insanely difficult to do. This guy went off and spent 5 minutes, mined a spot, and got something much better because of RNG. I mean, y'all better pray to fucking RNG Jesus. I mean, what the hell? Why would you take that out of there? That's the whole point, again, of Monster Hunter. You're fucking with the system. You're supposed to put hard work in, get good stuff out, not put a little work in, blow everyone else away. Like, that's not the point of it. You're supposed to show up and off and like, look what I did. Look how I got this. Look how much time I put into this. Look how much effort. It's showing off. It's finally there. Not some bullshit newbie dude who can't even like bring the fucking right element to Gravios, getting the best weapon in the game, randomly. Again, I'm gonna go off on another tangent. Monsters have different weaknesses. I included a weakness chart in my damn last video. Use it. Oh my god. Like, they're everywhere. I was trying to, again, when I was doing those Black Gravios Urgents for everyone, like so many, 7 in one day, cannot tell you how many people brought like Thunder or Fire to Gravios. It's like, no, he's weak to Water and Dragon. Bring Water or bring Dragon. Don't bring Fire. He's not weak to it. He's resistant. It doesn't make any sense. And it's the same way everywhere. Just look it up, Like, people, I was playing with someone last night, and God bless their soul, they actually cooperatively helped out. They had a good sense of humor. We went in order. It was great. But they did not know what elements were. I said, okay, this guy's weak to Water. Bring Water. Brought Ice. Okay. Maybe you got confused, with your element pictures? Maybe. Okay, let's go on another quest. Okay, this guy's weak to thunder. Brought paralyze. Okay, well, you probably are confused. Maybe you should look up what the symbols mean. Okay, well, let's try another one. Bring fire. Okay, you brought ice again. What the hell? I don't understand this. So just elements do things, people. Elements do things. Okay, come on. So all that aside, just the expeditions don't make a whole lot of sense to me. I really hope we don't see it in, for the way that the monsters are set up in the future. And the same thing with the whole Wimporium. I don't want to have to trade certain parts for Agnactor. I want to fight Agnactor. If you're going to have his armor and weapons in the game, you might as well put him in the game. The code's already all there in the past games. Just don't pull that bullshit out of me, alright? I want to fight Barioth so damn bad, it's not funny. I don't want to have to just trade parts for him. And some of the trades seem a little ridiculous, too. Like, I got a Earth Dragon Gem, whatever. It's a Darren Moran Heavenly, which is basically Jen Moran Heavenly. And you trade that for a Lao Shan Lung Horn. Okay. That doesn't really seem fair. Like, I mean, I guess they make really good weapons, whatever. Like, in the end, maybe it has no value, but, come on, make it feel like I'm giving it up for something good. I don't want my Dual Dragon Ultimus to just be sort of wasted away. Like, again, I'm farming this one monster to make another monster's things. Hey, I don't know. It doesn't feel right. Maybe there's something core wrong there, other than the fact that the monsters aren't in the game where you're gypping us out of things and you're trying to, take the few monsters you have and multiply it so we have more stuff, which I guess is good, but you sort of kind of skip out on the players. We lose more gameplay. It really doesn't settle well with me, but I guess that's sort of Capcom as a whole, isn't it? Nintendo, the whole thing selling $200 for this console that really was made in the 1990s and hasn't changed a whole lot. But that's a whole new subject that I think I covered last week and probably the week before. Basically, Monster Hunter's going well. Take it from there. I have a bunch of stuff and some things I'm pretty bitter about. So progress this week for me, because I'm trying to wrap this up. We're hitting about 30 minutes or so, and you've heard me bitch enough to make you really think, I think, or not listen anymore. Really, I don't care. I'm going to be making some Sarge weapons. Sarge weapons. And going to be farming some of those rare expedition monsters like Kieran and Ruby Basarius with some friends. And again, that's really the whole thing I want to get out of this is you need to help people out, right? You can't just go on there and expect to be selfish online. So if you have a Kieran quest, a low-rank Kieran, don't just do it by yourself. Go online, set up a room that says you're hunting Kieran. You can do that, farming materials or whatever, farming resources. Set the goal for Kieran and wait for other people to join because they probably don't have Kieran. Fight Kieran with multiple people. Take them all the way up to high rank, to G rank even, however the hell that works. Same with Ruby Basarius. That's what I'm be doing. A lot of my friends need those parts, so I'm not going to be doing those monsters yet until I do it with them. I have one that's a level 1. That means that up to level 30, that's what, 10 times do the quest about that. I don't really know exactly how the jumping works. I think it's +3 every time you complete it, something like that. That means that we get 10 quests together instead of me doing like Kieran 5 times and then them joining in and only getting to do Kieran another 5 times when I get to do it 10 times. That way they're still missing stuff. They don't have the Kieran, and all of a sudden we have high rank Kieran and they can't get the low rank parts, right? So really just you need to help people out. So this next coming week, progress going to be slow. Like I said, I was on spring break this week, so I'm going back to school to continue working on my master's. Next week, so I won't be playing as much. And one thing I really want to mention is that I really won't be recording anymore. The only reason I've been able to record is because I have my friend's really expensive DSLR for like a side job I do. Sounds kind of dirty. We're going to leave it at that. I'm not going to say anything. But I don't have that anymore after this weekend. It goes back to him. And I only have my shitty camera. So really I'm not going to be recording at all. I'll still probably be doing the Volganos translations podcasts, but you won't really see any videos from me, which is really disappointing. It's just the quality is really not worth it, like the effort I have to put into recording and the whole setup with the 3DS is so uncomfortable, so difficult to play that you're really not even getting the best gameplay as it is anyway, because I have to mess up so much from what I've been doing. you know, how it would play normally, just because the way you have to hold it with the camera is super weird. And it's shaky, and the lines on my camera are just so bad that it's really not worth showing you guys. It's just annoying. So I'm going to be looking out for the new 3DS modding for video capture. I think I'm going to pick that up, because there's been games in the future I'm going to want to do. So hopefully that comes out soon, and I can get more videos up for you guys. I know some of you have been enjoying it. I really appreciate the comments. The more you comment, the happier I am, honestly. You can comment whatever you want, too. You know, I love that stuff. You know, I love feedback. So that's pretty much where I stand. And that's all I got. So this is episode 3, week 3 of Monster Hunter. Moving a lot of progress here, but it's me slowing down hella quick. So hopefully by the end of next week I'll have hit G rank, and I'll have another status update for you guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Go out there and help someone get to a new hunter rank. All right, take it easy, guys. Guys.